Hey everybody, welcome back to Living Traditions Homestead. Well, this past weekend was such an exciting weekend here on the homestead. Something that we've never ever done before, something that we honestly didn't think we would ever do, and that is getting hay cut in our very own hay field.
With you recently that we have bought additional land, and part of that land includes a really nice sized hay field which will allow us to cut and bale our own hay so that we can feed our families from our own land over the winter.
Now the hay on this field is cut by someone close by. The same person's been cutting this hay for a long time, and so when we purchased this property they asked if they could continue to cut the hay, and of course we said yes. They cut it on what's called the halves, which means in exchange for the work and the equipment that they have, they take half of the hay for themselves, and we get to keep half of the hay for our family and for our needs. So it's a really great thing, and something that I really think is a good deal for us.
So let's walk over to the hay barn and we can show you what we ended up with.
We're in the hay barn, and you can see these ginormous bales of hay behind me. Now these are the 4 feet wide by 5 feet tall bales of hay, and our half of the hay this year was 51 bales. So that is awesome.
51 bales is enough hay for all of our animals' needs and to sell some if we would like to do that.
And that's just from one cutting. In the future, we may have our hay cut twice, which would give us maybe not twice as many bales, but pretty close. I mean, it would definitely give us a lot more than we have with just one cutting. Now, based on what we had to pay for hay last year, these 51 bales, would have cost us a little over $2,000. So what a great way to be able to do this ourselves, or have our friend do it, and be able to put this up for next winter. One of the things that we really loved about this property is this hay barn. We can put this up early in the year. This hay can sit here and it'll still be perfect all the way next winter when the animals will need it.
We're hoping in future years to be able to bring you more of the process, to show more of the process.
But for this year, we just really had to concentrate. This is my first time ever having to move this many bales from out in the field into a barn. I had to be careful stacking these things and making sure that everything was just right. Originally, I was going to actually stack them on their sides, and then the person who cuts the hay for us said, you know, if I were stacking those in a barn, which usually tells me that someone knows something more than I do, he said, if I were stacking those in a barn, I'd stack them on end. He said, because this way, when you stack them this way, you're not putting a lot of pressure on your barn. When you stack them on their sides, they're kind of leaning and they kind of push against your barn. This way, they're just kind of freestanding and you don't put all that pressure on your barn, and they store really well for the winter.
Ultimately, I think stacking them this way, we'll be able to stack more hay in the future. I think this just takes advantage of the space a little bit more than when they're on their sides.
So it's really exciting to have this all put up. It's a job well done. Like Sarah said, in the future, hopefully we'll be able to bring you more of this process. But for this time, we just needed to work hard and get this done, because later this week is Sarah's surgery, and we need to just make sure everything is in order and prepared so that we can take some time, and especially Sarah can take some time to be able to relax and heal the way that she needs to.
So guys, if you could keep me in your prayers, I would really appreciate that. It's this Wednesday that I have surgery. I'm having a hysterectomy, which will hopefully take care of all the problems that I've been experiencing actually for about the last 4 years. So it will be a welcome relief to have that taken care of.
Surgery will be at 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning. That's Central Standard Time. So if you're up at that time, we sure would appreciate some prayers. We'll be taking the rest of the week to just relax so Sarah can heal. I'll be back with some videos the following week. We'll see how Sarah's feeling, whether or not she's ready to be back with you guys at that time or not. But we can't wait to get back. You guys, as always, the best way that you can help our channel is by sharing our videos with all of the people that you know that would enjoy this type of lifestyle. Until next time, thank you so much for stopping by the homestead. Take care, and God bless.
God bless.